So you started, your original account was Elizabeth Chambers Co.
Yes.
Just all one word. And now you have elizabethchambers.co. Because you lost your account, which is like everybody's biggest fear. Everybody's like, I mean, that's what keeps everybody up at night is, oh my gosh, what if I do all this work to build all these relationships, to build it? And I'm sorry to like make it like bring all this, rehash all this. You're gonna need a break after this live.
I
to get
think
over
it'll be okay. It'll be okay.
But like everybody's biggest fear is, I do all this work, I build this community, I create all this content, and then what if I wake up tomorrow and it's gone? What then? Like, and you have been through it, so I want to talk to you about it and let people know your story, and also let people know that you are back and that you're here, because you lost your account July 11th. And you had
I found the emails.
Yeah. And you had over 5,000 followers.
Yeah, approximately 5,000, yeah.
Which is a lot. I mean, that's a long time of building and
it's high quality too, because it wasn't like I went viral and got a bunch of randoms. Like they were high quality people. So yeah, it sucked.
Yeah. Again, like the biggest fear everybody has. I know that I've lost sleep over it. A lot of people I've been hearing since people knew that we were doing this live. People have been like, "Oh my gosh, that's like the biggest fear that I have." So tell us what did that look like? I have some questions for you. So the first one I have is, what steps did you take after realizing, oh my gosh, this is gone, like my account isn't there? What did you do?
Yes. So you get this notification that basically says your account has been deactivated for breaching community guidelines, which I mean, that day I hadn't been on Instagram. It was a very busy day for me, but there were a couple people that I just needed to get back to and engage with. And one of them was content coach Lindsay and one of our besties, and her and I we go back and forth in the comment section. Like we have a ton of fun. And so should I say like what I said, what I believe I said, because I only made 2 comments that evening. And by midnight, when I went back to, check my account, that's when I got the notification.
Oh, and you got it was it email? You got it by email from?
No, because like I went in to log in like to Instagram, and then boom, like right in your face, like you can't get in your account because you've got this notice that says you've been deactivated.
Oh yeah. Gosh.
So like your heart stops and your mind starts spiraling and you're like, what did I do? Like, it's impossible. I didn't do anything. Like, and then you start thinking about what you said, what you did, all of the actions you took. And I know a lot of people get their accounts deactivated. It's a mistake. So I took a deep breath and was like, don't worry, you'll get it back. You didn't do anything wrong. And there's a button to like request a review if you think it's a mistake. So I went ahead and clicked that. I believe you have to verify that it's you, which I did. And it said they'll get back to you within 24 hours. To this day, that picture is up on my account that says they'll get back in 24 hours.
And you didn't hear anything?
I didn't hear anything. I did get an email that said that my account was deactivated and the actions to take as well. It was pretty much the same. Of course, I never think that's enough. So I investigate and I start scouring the internet. Like, what do I do? There are a few forms that you can fill out to say, hey, like, I believe this was a mistake. There's a community standards guideline one that you can fill out and send. There is one where you can verify your business. There's like a hacked one, like whatever it was, I tried to fill it out. Now, the issue with this is that if your account is deactivated and they want you to verify who you are, it takes you back to your Instagram account. But if you're deactivated, you can't.
How do you do that?
You
Yeah.
can't do that. So I'm sending in like verifying my business. I'm sending in paperwork and pictures and doing all this stuff, filling out the forms, going, why didn't it go through? Did it go through? Maybe it went through. I don't know. And it was like a lot of confusion and chaos with those forms.
Right.
Oh, however, I'm a Facebook ads manager. So I know I'm going into business manager, I'm going into business suite, I'm jumping on chat support, I'm getting this nipped in the bud. Now, not everybody has chat support. If you go into your business manager or your business suite, go and check now after you get off this live to make sure that you have chat support. And that's in the help section, bottom left-hand corner.
Now, do you have to have a verified account to have that chat support? No.
No.
Okay.
And my account was not verified. And I know this is a question for everybody. Because I questioned myself, should I have had a verified account? And well, I don't know where to jump here because there's so much I want to talk about. But should I talk about the verified account now or later?
Let's talk about that later. Okay. Let's finish with this. I know I interjected with that one, but yeah. So that tech support or chat support.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't have it. Go check to see if you do have it. If you've run Facebook and Instagram ads through Meta, you will have chat support. You should have chat support. If you do not have chat support, to protect yourself, verified or not, run an ad for $1 so that you get chat support.
Great tip. Okay.
You do not want to wait until you lose your Instagram account to do that, because then it takes more time and time is of the essence, right?
Yeah.
So I got on there. I got on chat support with 2 different people from 2 of my different accounts. So through my business Facebook page, I went through chat support, and also through my Facebook ads manager.
Okay.
I went and talked to 2 different people because I'm not dumb. I want to get my account back. So I had 2 different requests going at the same time. One person even phoned me.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, when people say like there's no customer service, well, they did phone me. They're like, don't worry, we're going to rectify this situation. This is very common. We've sent it to our internal support team. They're going to review it. We just please ask for your patience. Okay, is there anything else I need to do? Make sure you fill out that form on Instagram. I already did that, yada, yada, yada. So then the journey begins, because, you know, I've actually stayed pretty calm because I know this happens a lot, and I know a lot of people get their accounts back. And during that time, it was a week after Threads launched, and a lot of people lost their accounts.
Yeah.
Technical glitches, whatever the case, it happens. So I basically spent the next 2 months emailing every other day because I don't give up. Give up that easily.
And that's good.
I have at least 50 to 100 different versions of them saying the same thing.
Did you ever talk to a person again?
Oh, they're all people.
Okay. So, but did you get a phone call from anybody again after that first time? Okay.
No more phone calls, unfortunately. But, you know, they are really good at saying the same thing 50 to 100 different ways, which is, you know, we understand the situation and how important it is, and we're working really hard to rectify it. It's been sent to our internal team. You have to give us a lot of time. We have a lot of requests. All right, patient, yes, but I am still going to be persistent.
Right.
Yeah. So one day, I finally got an email saying, sorry, Elizabeth, can't help you anymore. Like literally like that. Not you did something wrong. It didn't explain that I did anything wrong. Sorry, you've breached this or that. Nothing. Just sorry, we can't help you anymore. When this happened, I did have that second request sent in. And if you go in your business suite on your app, it'll show you the requests that you have. So I checked that like every day, like several times a day for 2 months.
Gosh.
Yeah.
How heart-wrenching.
So when I went to the other support requests, like they were still going on with the show, which was, don't worry, like we're looking into it. So I just figured I just got a guy that just didn't really want to do his job and,
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah. We've all run across those.
Yeah. They just don't care anymore. So here we are.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, did you have any other current violations with Instagram or anything? Did you have anything else, or was this like the first thing that popped up and this happened?
So, all right, this is a deep-rooted question because I did not have any current violations. I didn't have any because they have that part in your app where you can go check to see if you have anything outstanding or if there are any issues. Everything was in the green when it happened.
All right.
However, in my 4 years with that account, there were some things that happened. Again, nothing that I personally did wrong, but I believe that their like AI bot system, their police officers are not as good because they're not humans.
Right.
So I did have 2 violations previously, and now I want to explain the violations because this will help you in the future. So the first one was I had a reel, and in the reel I had a voiceover, and I was saying something to the effect of, when you're working really hard on something.
Okay.
I shared it to my stories, and then I got this, sorry, due to sexually explicit content, you've received a violation or whatever. And I was like, oh, this is a mistake. Totally. Yeah. So it's, basically warned you. And then I shared it again and I got the warning again, and that's it. You've now received your violation. And I was like, watching the reel, what is going on with the reel? Like, there's nothing here sexual about it. And then I thought about it. When you're working hard on something.
Oh my gosh.
And it dawned on me that though that word combo was picked up somehow.
It was flagged, yeah.
And it was flagged. I don't think I sent it in for review because it was my first one, and I'm in Canada. Somebody asked. I was just completely freaked out by it all. I was like, I don't want to mess up, because what if somebody reviews it or another bot goes in and then that's it, I lose my account, because I had that second warning and that's what gave me the violation. So that's the first one. That did disappear after a while. Like, I guess I worked hard enough to prove that I was following community guidelines, which, by the way, I know because I'm a social media manager. The second violation was, I don't know if you remember that trend. It was like, I'm a beat that boy with a bat.
Okay.
Splat.
Yeah.
And I was engaging. The person didn't have a call to action. Always have a call to action. Yeah, they flagged that combo. Yes, they did. Always have a call to action, because I wanted to engage with this person so badly, but she didn't have a call to action. And I was like, I want to like connect with you somehow. And then I repeated what the words were in the reel.
Okay.
I'm a beat that boy with a bat. Splat or smack or whatever it was.
Whatever it was, yeah.
Okay. You can't talk about beating anybody, because I got another violation.
Oh no.
And I didn't send it into review again because I was like, oh, now I'm really gonna like lose my account. Like, and I was terrified of it. So I had the 2 violations on my account for a while. I was freaking out because I didn't do anything wrong. If you think about, like, from a human perspective, there's nothing wrong with that. From a robot perspective, there's a problem.
Yeah.
But those had disappeared completely. So no violations.
No violations. They were off. Everything was clear. Everything was in the green. And then this happened, and it just gone. No warnings whatsoever.
No warnings. I've had a lot of time to think about what happened. And I believe I do know what happened. And it does have to do with those 2 violations.
Uh, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about like what I think I said that was wrong. Um, it is a little bit on the edge, but that's me, and I joke, right? You know, it's not like I intentionally want to like hurt people's feelings or anything like that, make them feel bad. And it was Lindsay who I was chatting with, and it was a post basically saying that you shouldn't hire a social media manager to do your engagement. There was a lot of controversy in the comment section, obviously. Oh, hello, Lindsay. There she is. I'm talking about you. I am talking about you.
See her.
So the post was about, you know, don't hire a social media manager. It's not a good idea. And, you know, I'm like, well, wait a minute. I'm really good at what I do. Like, you know, you can hire a social media manager to do that. I do it all the time for my clients, and it builds their communities really well in their voices. And Lindsay was saying, yeah, I totally agree with you. It's not a good idea to hire somebody because nobody can really capture your true essence. And I said, Lindsay, I think I can do you, because her and I have this banter, and I'm like, I bet you I could engage for you. And then she said, I bet you could too, but you know, I change my personality depending on who I'm speaking to. And I said, I totally get you, but you're sounding a little bit schizophrenic now because, you know, if you're changing personalities. And I said, nah, I got you. I do the same thing depending on who I'm speaking with. Sometimes it's more professional. Sometimes it's more of a joking comment.
Yeah.
I commented on somebody else's post after that. That one completely innocent. But I do believe the bot picked up your schizophrenic instead of your sound a little schizophrenic as a joke. So the word schizophrenic and your put together, no good.
Yeah.
This is what I'm guessing. That combined with my other 2 violations that were not there, but were technically there. Like, and Instagram is so glitchy. We know this.
Yeah.
My assumption is that it was a 3 strikes, you're out. I'm a beat that girl with a bat type thing.
We're going to take her down.
Yeah, we're totally going to take her down. This is the only thing I can think of that it was a 3 strikes, you're out, even though those strikes weren't there anymore.
Yeah.
Because what I said, like, if a human reviewed it, they would have said, oh, this is fine.
Yeah. Yeah. And Instagram does, you know, they are so sensitive about, well, I mean, I guess they have to be with, you know, people like name calling each other and all of that and stuff. So I can see it, but I can also, you know, like you talk to a person. I would think that person would be able to review like that day or that evening, or to see when your account was flagged in the system and pull what you did prior to that to like cause it. That's what I would assume.
A random person. It was like my bestie, Lindsay, right?
Yeah.
Like I just thought I was having a conversation in my living room with her, and we were joking.
Yeah.
But clearly that word is a no-no.
Okay, so don't use that word. Don't use that.
Do not. And anything, you know, relating to, you know, people's possible mental state, like just don't do it.
Yeah, don't do that. Okay. So that was kind of leading into my next question of, well, how do people avoid getting their accounts deactivated? Like from your experience, what would be your advice of how not to get your account deactivated? Don't use that word. Don't use anything to do with mental state.
don't. But this goes back to my Facebook ads manager like mindset, which is using the word you kind of have to be a little bit careful, because you don't want to put anything on that person by saying you. And to me, I think that it's a combination of words, because hard on your schizophrenic. I hope that I don't lose it after saying this on a live. Like threatening, beat that boy.
Right.
But like for me, it's the word combos that I believe really stood out for me. So you really do have to pay attention to what you're saying and make sure that you're careful with the word you or any word that like is related to violence.
Okay. Like any type of name calling, or would you put that in there?
That's
Or
part of the community guidelines, though. Like
yeah.
that's your standard community guideline that you should know. What I did was it's just a combination of words that just looked bad to a robot,
Wow.
right?
Yeah.
Now I don't want to like scare anybody, but in the grand scheme of things, there is nothing you can do. You could be not on the app for a week and lose your account. And it happens all of the time. So the best thing that you can do is protect yourself in terms of having a backup system in place, having your email list, having other social media accounts that you're connected to, having a backup of your data, because people lose their accounts all the time for doing nothing wrong. People lose their accounts that are verified. So you always have to assume, and I always did. I was never blind to the fact that I had to do something wrong in order to lose my account. But I always knew that there could come a day where I would lose my account because I am so active on that app. And I have so many conversations with so many different people. And I sort of knew from the first couple of violations that it could happen again because word combos are a thing. And sure enough, it did. So when it did happen, I was terrified, but I was also very like, I knew it was going to happen. I don't want people walking around every day going, I'm going to lose my account. No.
We're all like,
but protect yourself always. All right. Be safe, just like you would in the real world. You have to be safe on the app as well. And yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't want to scare people, but some people lose their accounts for doing absolutely nothing. And that means that they're not even on the app. And it happens every single day to good people.
Yeah, it does. It really does. I had last week, I got an email notification that my password that somebody had, that, you know how you get that email saying you've requested for your password to be changed. And I was like, no, I have not. So immediately changed my password, went through, changed everything in the security, like went through, verified everything, like went through all that just to make sure that everything was fine. And sure enough, one of my other accounts, one of my clients, one of my students received a DM from that account. I don't know how, but she showed me a screenshot and it was a DM from that account. So I don't know it wasn't my verified account, it was a different one. It was my backup account. But anyway, I had to go through and re-verify everything, or not re-verify, but just re-up all of my security stuff. So yeah, anytime, I mean, there are bad people out there that are trying to get your account too, which also attributes to us losing our account if they get a hold of it.
Yeah, so there's the like, what did I do personally on Instagram to lose my account? Did I do anything? And then there's like the hacking situations, and that's a whole other story. I've been through hacking with my clients. Thankfully, we've gotten the accounts back. That's through both Instagram and Facebook ads. It's the weirdest thing when you're in the account and you can see them taking action. It's like super creepy. But yeah, Carol mentioned two-factor authentication. Set that up.
Everybody should set that up.
But every single thing that you can set up, because there's multiple two factors that you can set up. Do them all, because I dropped my phone in the bathtub and I couldn't get into my phone, but because I had multiple ways to get back into my account, not through that phone, I was able to get in. So always have like all of the two factors set up. So that is a great way. Don't click buttons in emails or messages or links that you're not sure of, because that is a super common way. There's hacking going on in Facebook right now where they make it look like they're sending you a message from Meta. I don't know if you've seen this, Ginger, but I see it all the time with my clients. My clients are like, what's going on with this? Do I have to worry? And I'm like, it's a scam. Don't click anything.
Yeah. Yeah. I was getting that a while ago. I haven't received that in a while. And that'll come through email as well, where you'll get an email. And it looks like a legit Instagram email. Like they're really getting good at this. And it will come through, it will look like it's legit, but don't click anything with links. I personally, Instagram, anytime they've emailed me anything, didn't have a link associated with it. It was just an email saying something like check something in your Instagram, not anything with a link in an Instagram email. I think they do that on purpose. I haven't seen any notifications about them doing that on purpose, but I personally think that they don't for this reason.
So what you can do is, if you ever get an email or a message and you're unsure, go into your account and check inside your account. You can check the emails that you've been sent from Instagram to make sure it's legit. And you can see on the back end if like there are any issues, because you'll get told your account is deactivated, but you go in and it's fine.
Yeah.
And then you know it's a scam. So always check from your account.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lindsay was just saying that she's been DM'd and they said that they were from Meta and block. Yeah, when in doubt, block.
Block it immediately. Hey, no link.
Somebody blocked me. I don't know if it was Lindsay or somebody else, because I had messaged after I lost my account. I messaged from my personal account. I messaged somebody to say I lost my account. And then I had created my new account and they were really confused and they ended up blocking me.
Oh no.
We figured it out, but she was like super protective. She's like, I ain't dealing with this. I'm blocking you. It was funny.
That is funny. Yeah, I wondered if you were going through that, like because that's putting a dot in the name is one of the things that people will do when they are copying an account. They'll, like, you have elizabethchambers.co now rather than Elizabeth Chambers Co. I wondered if people were still like, is this right? Is this Elizabeth or is this not?
Yes, they were. They totally were, and I knew that they would be, and I was so proud of them all. Like, you have no idea. I'm like, yes, question me. They were asking for voice messages. I was sending them. I was sending videos. I was on my stories saying, like, if you're here, like, this is me, like, hello. That's why when, like, my intro video back onto Facebook, like, I wanted to show my face because I wanted people to know, like, it's legit. But so many people questioned me and I was so proud of them.
That's awesome. So how's it been? We kind of touched on this just now, but how's it been since you've been back? And I guess the second part to that is, if you could get back your old account, would you?
Okay, so I was like, I had 2 months to think about this, and I was not going to come back. Because the reason why I wasn't going to come back is because I believe in signs, like, from the universe. And I was like, maybe this is a sign that I should just go. And I had my clients and they didn't care. Like, they were so supportive of me. I'm so grateful. And I wanted to be like, this is a sign. But then I started missing everybody. I really did. And I felt horrible. I felt like I had abandoned my people. And I just wasn't going to have it. So I was like, I'm going to start up again. That's it. Let's do it. Let's rip off the Band-Aid and start my account. So it's been a couple months since I've been back. How's it been? I am so happy to be back. I am so grateful that I lost my account.
Really?
Yeah. In like the weirdest way possible. I know there's people out there that I lost connections with. I know this. They will find me again. But it has given me so much perspective. There was a lot going on in my life when it happened, family stuff, and I'm super busy. And when I lost my account, it was like kind of like a blessing in disguise, because I was feeling very overwhelmed at the time. And it actually gave me the break that I needed. It gave me the time to really think about, if I do go back, what kind of impact do I want to make? I feel like starting fresh has let me see a different perspective of how important people are. Like, people, we talk about accounts, but there's people behind these accounts. And I miss them greatly. And
miss you.
thank you. It was really nice to take a break. It was super nice. But I'm glad to be back. And when I get my old account back, the only way that I would want it back was to reconnect with some of the people that I lost. Some of the people that I cut, I lost, I'm okay with, because, through the years, you collect a lot of stuff. And sometimes you just got to clean house. And this was like the best way to clean house. So that was one of the reasons that I was, like, maybe I might want to take my account back for that. Maybe my stories, I would say, like memories, like when my dog was a puppy, I would like bring her on stories and stuff like that, like my kids. But other than that, I would not take it back. And that is so weird to say.
That it is,
but I would.
It is. I think that's a surprising answer. Like, it's surprising to me. We would all assume, no, I want everything I've done right back. I want it all back. So that's kind of surprising.
When I first got that first violation, it was like I had been shadow banned since. I had to work really hard to get reach, super, super hard. It has been so much easier coming back with, from 5K followers to like 550 followers. I'm getting the same results.
Out of less followers.
I'm practicing what I preach. And it's like so cool to see it like unfold the way it's unfolding. And I'm like inviting new people into my life because of my new account. Maybe I would have overlooked them because of my larger account, like, they're not there yet. Because a lot of people start on Instagram, but they always quit, right? There's not a lot of people that stick it through. So I'm hesitant to connect with people that are fresh, because I know they may not last. And unfortunately, that's normal here. But now I'm connecting with really cool people that are new that I may not have. And I've connected with old people. The first thing I did was send personal messages to everybody that I could think of to let them know what had happened. And everybody has been so gracious in following me back and supporting me. And the fact that like you've had me on this live, like I'm so grateful. I started following you when you had 4K followers. Now you're at 81,000 followers.
Yeah.
And you are still the same humble person that you were back then. So I'm so grateful for you. So, but people shared my posts and were talking about me when I wasn't even there. They were looking for me on Instagram. And so I'm just so thankful and grateful for everybody and their support. So would I take it back? There's a couple of reasons that I would, but in the grand scheme of things, now rip that Band-Aid off, start fresh. It's okay. Like, you will survive. If this happens to you, you got this.
I remember I was talking to somebody, I forget who I was talking to, but it was right after Threads. So it must have been shortly after you lost your account. And they asked me first, they were like, have you seen Liz? And I was like, no, I haven't. Maybe she's on vacation or something. They were like, no, I don't see her account at all. And I was like, do you think she got like her account removed? Do you think she's okay? Or, did you hear anything? So we were going back and forth. And I was like, I really, for Adam's sake, hope that they didn't take her account down, because she will be on his comment section when she comes back.
I'm actually being a little bit nicer to Adam, because how you can turn on notifications for, people when they post. So like I have his turned on, and when in my old account, I would never get notified that he had posted, even though I had the notification on.
Really?
I would get it like a day later, which is like by that time for me to comment is, like you kind of lost your chance.
Yeah, you want to be one of the first.
So the first couple of posts he did in my with my new account, I got notified. I don't get notified again. Him and I, we've got a thing for sure.
We have a thing.
I have a love-hate relationship with him, and people are always baffled by like me saying, "Oh, Adam, you look lovely today," or "I really like your sweater." Um, but it's like, you know, passive aggressive type of.
I your comment was always one of the ones that I looked for in his, because your comments of the people, or the comments of the people that you follow, will show up for you
Yes,
in other people's
at the
accounts,
top.
like her. This
I love
cut.
that.
I do too. So I always looked for yours, and then when not seeing yours, it was like, no, comment section is kind of boring now. Like
And
all these
in
people are.
case you think I'm just talking, like he has responded to me, just so you know. I said happy birthday to him, and he said thank you. So he has responded to me multiple times. He's liked my post. He is out there. He is watching.
He is watching. He is watching.
Love you, Adam. We're tight. Just yes, Lindsay, we are.
All right. So back to questions. Do you think if you had a verified account that you would have avoided this, or do you think it still would have been the same thing?
So funny enough, after I lost my account, people that I was connected to had messaged me and said, I have a friend that lost her account and she was verified. What does she do? And she's asking me, well, you're verified. Like, don't you have support? Well, a lot of people have verified checkmark and can't find where they have support. So if you do pay for the verified checkmark, make sure you know where you can get support. Know that if you lose your Instagram account and you're verified, then you can't go into Instagram to use customer service within Instagram. So, like I said, go into your business manager, familiarize yourself with that, find out where the help section is, and double check to make sure that you have it. Now, I am not verified, but because of the ads thing, and I run ads for my clients, I have chat support.
So I wanted, yeah, so it was chat support because we talked about that at the very, very beginning, and there's been a lot of new people coming in. So can you explain that again about the chat support and where to look for it in Facebook? You said it was in Facebook ads managers where you look for it.
Yeah, I believe it's a business.facebook.com, and that'll take you to your business suite. And if you go from your PC, you have to do it from your PC. Bottom left-hand side, there's a help section, and you click help. And when you click that, it'll give you options on the right side of your screen that'll pop up, and you can see whether or not you can submit like a request for chat support. If you don't have that, go run Facebook ads for $1, $5, whatever. Just run some ads in order to get your chat support, because they have to provide chat support if you run ads. And if you're verified, like, go look now. Now, what I will say is I felt that, now this is just a feeling because I don't know, that if I had been paying for verified, that maybe that would have given me a little more clout. Maybe they would have been like, well, it's a paying customer. Maybe we would be better like rush this up a little bit more. With the 3 strikes, I don't know if it would have mattered. I don't know. But in my mind, maybe the verified would have helped. Now, the person that lost their account, that had a verified account, she did not get it back because she was verified. What she did do is go to the media.
Oh.
So to the media, she says she's paying for a service. She's not getting it. She's done nothing wrong. And she told them, I've gone to the media and this is going to be an issue for you. And they gave it to her the next day.
Oh, wow. Was she like a really, really big account? Like
6K followers, 4 to 6K followers. Yeah.
Okay. So not like 400,000 or something like that. Just, okay.
No. So the verified thing is questionable also because people have lost their accounts and Meta still takes their money.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Like, does that get cut off, and how can you cut it off because you don't have access to your account to cut it off at that point?
And what if you lose your Facebook at the same time? Then you're just getting your credit card charged by Meta and they don't care.
And there's no phone number to call.
No. So verified people, go just make sure you know where to get chat support or whatever it is that you can contact a human being, because you will need it. Now, I will get the verified check mark. I cannot get it yet because I'm a new account. So here I sit and I wait. But I just, at the time, I felt that I couldn't say, listen, I'm paying for this service and I'm not getting it and I'm special because I'm verified. I couldn't say that because I didn't have it. It's a personal decision. So there's good about it and there's bad about it.
There is. Yeah. It took me a while to decide to do it. I'm glad that I did, though. I was paying another company like 3 times as much.
Yeah, you had mentioned that.
Yeah. So, and I had been paying them for a while, and that is even less guaranteed to get your account because it's a third party. So they have to talk to Instagram and go through all the channels and everything with Instagram for you. And they do pay. The thing with them was they paid you for each day that your account was down. Is kind of like an insurance thing.
Sure. Okay.
So that's what that was. But it was 3 times the price of what Instagram charges for the verified for that support. So I don't know.
One of my clients, she gets a lot of spoof accounts. You know, those scammers that just like recreate her account. I don't know how they do it. It's like amazing, but
yeah, they're really good.
It doesn't happen anymore because she's got that verified check mark. So if people are copying your account and trying to be you, get the verified. Just get it.
Yeah, I was getting that a lot. That's why I did that other service. It didn't help with them because they only intervened if your account got taken down or deactivated or something, or like completely taken over by spam or something. So it didn't help with that. But yeah, as soon as I got verified, all of those accounts, and it didn't bother me that they had copied my account completely. I mean, that's fine, whatever. Often they copy your link as well, which goes to your website. So I don't get how they, but anyway.
Well, yeah, they make it like they're selling your course and then you're respected. So then they try to,
But then they DM your followers and they start getting them to do, like, trying to get them to do something else. And that's
like somebody coming into your house and like rifling through your underwear drawer. Like, it's not cool.
No, not cool at all. Definitely not cool. Don't do that. I don't understand why that's a thing. Work for it. We teach you how to do it. Just do it.
So there's a question. It said, you said that we have access to that chat feature through Facebook. It depends. If you're running ads, you will definitely have it. If you're not, you may or may not have it. So check if you're verified or not. Double check on how you can get in and get some help outside of Instagram, because if you lose your account, you won't get it through Instagram because you can't get in.
So,
Lindsay.
My community deals with this.
Yeah, we do.
So it took you 2 months to start back up and to start this new account. Was that part of your strategy?
No, I just thought I would get my account back. And I had, I really had confidence in getting it back because I just truly believed that I wasn't hurting anybody. And I wasn't doing anything wrong. And, so many people lose their accounts and they get it back. And there's talk that after 2 months, some people get their accounts back. So I was kind of like, well, I have this time. I'm busy anyways. I've got, things going on. Like, I'll just take this time. I'll follow up every second day. I'll do what I can do. I'll just continue on with my current clients. And I was still getting referrals and stuff through my clients. So I didn't technically stop working. Like, my life didn't stop. But I just thought I would, take the time and wait it out. And then it just became apparent to me that it's not going to happen. And now it's September, and September is often more important to me than like a January. It's a great starting point.
Gotcha.
So I was like, you know what? I miss everybody. I'm just going to come back. This is silly. I started adding people to my personal Facebook, and we're emailing back and forth. We're on TikTok chatting, and, like whatever other avenue they could find me, and they're finding me. So.
Well, that brings me to my next question. How did your clients stay in contact with you being off? I mean, you're off Instagram. They can't contact you through that anymore. How did you stay in contact with them?
Yeah, I don't remember if I emailed them or not, or even like just text messaged them because, you know, like my clients end up becoming my friends in a way. So it was very easy for me to just say, like, I lost my account. Like, don't worry. This is my personal Facebook. I'm for personal Instagram. Follow me here. You know, we'll just continue on like everything's normal. And they did. And they were super supportive and it didn't bother them in the slightest. I feel like I am way more equipped now that it's happened to deal with it. And I'm so glad that it happened because I know, like I've been through hacker situations. Now I've been through an account loss. Like I know what it's like. So if you want to hire anybody, hire me because I've been through it.
You know how to handle it.
Yeah, I know those word combos. You know, I'm like, yeah, with like a magnifying glass and I'm looking in there going, did I say something wrong or not? And I've never gotten any violations with clients in engagement. So just so you know, everything's cool with them.
That's awesome. So, what is your biggest takeaway from all of this?
Okay. So, my biggest takeaway is that if I did not build my community as much as I did and form these real relationships with people, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at right now. And it's not so much the follower account, but if you just don't look at my followers and you go into my posts and you see the likes and you see the comment section and you see how bustling it is, that is all from my community. I mean, yes, I put in the work, but like community first and foremost. And not only does it do wonders for you on a personal level, but when disaster strikes, they're there to support you. And also, you know, like they spread the word. If anybody's ever interested in your services, they spread the word in that way too. So like I call it my marketing army. You know, do you know a social media manager that like, and of course they refer me. Yes, I love you too, Lindsay. Even though it was our conversation that led to all of this. I'm just kidding.
There's still lots of love there, Lindsay.
She was the first person I contacted after it happened, just FYI, for my personal account. But yeah, like the yeah, like it's community first, basically. Like, yeah, you need an analyst. Yes, you should probably be posting to other platforms, you know, to save your content and be omnipresent or whatever, but really community, like they're the ones that have come and like they really saved the day and have lifted me up through all of this because like I said, I was kind of ready to quit. So to have everybody be like, oh my God, thank God I found you. Like it's awesome. Like
that is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. That community is, I mean, anybody, we grow better together. I mean, there's just, you have to have interactions, engagement on Instagram in order to grow. And that is done by other people. So we grow better together as a group, as a team, as a whole, you know, society together, lifting each other up. So absolutely.
And even if we're in the same industry, like it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, people are going to choose what works best for them. So you might as well just do you and connect with the people that are going to help you. If somebody chooses to, I don't know, we're talking about Lindsay a lot today. Her name's right now. Use her instead of me, like, or whatever. Like, good for you. I'm going to clap for you because guess what? The next one maybe feels more connected to me. It doesn't matter. It all works out in the end.
Yep. It does. Yeah. I refer people to other people all the time. I had someone recently contact me about my program and I was like, I think you'd be better off with this guy over here. I think he'd be a better fit for you.
Yeah. Not everybody's a fit.
Yeah. Interview him, check him out, and then, you know, contact me if it doesn't work out. But I think that you guys would work better together. So it's just, we don't mesh with everybody. And that's the business. That's what it is. That's why McDonald's and Burger King sit right across from the street from each other at most, you know, rest stops or, you know, exits off the highway.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're in the mood for one, sometimes you're in the mood for the other. It's just the way people are. We want to have options and we are those options.
Yeah. Whether you are connected with other people in your industry or not, people are going to decide what's best for them. So you might as well utilize those relationships.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. Well, did you have anything else you wanted to say or add? Lindsay said, also, I don't manage accounts.
I don't know if anybody has any questions. We can, what are we talking about McDonald's for? People buy McDonald's coffee and people buy Starbucks coffee, and both of them are crying because of the other one gets customers. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Hey, heck, there's Starbucks that are like diagonally across from each other. In Vancouver, there's a popular corner, and there's one Starbucks on one corner and one Starbucks on the other corner, and they're both busy.
Really? I guess they couldn't build one big enough, like a bigger shop in one or the other. So that's why they split up like that.
Like everybody likes Starbucks. Why not make double the money?
Yeah, that's true.
That's also why you'll see like an area where there's like a Burger King and a McDonald's and a Popeye's Chicken, and like they're all in the same area because they know like, okay, well, you're coming here. Well, we're gonna make it easy for everybody else. So make it easy. Let's just all connect.
Yeah. Exactly. I 100% agree. I've saved replies for different accounts that I refer out. So like social media managers, I have a list or like a saved reply, and I type in social media manager and send them a list of the people that I refer out. Check out these people. These are my friends. That's trust amazing. Them. And here you go. So yeah, I mean, that's what we do. We're here to just offer each other services. Okay, so we have Carol and we have Lindsay that both ask good questions. Carol asked for you to please go over the words again that you'd used real quick, if you don't mind. And thank you. She's very polite and said thank you.
The word combos, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're ever saying you and another word, just make sure that they don't sound crazy together. So the examples of the word was when you're working hard on something.
That's so cracking me up.
Flagged for sexually explicit for that. So just like think about the words you're writing and just see like, would this be an issue? And just be very cautious when using the word you or anything related to mental health or anything related to violence. You may be talking about a beat in a song, but if you say, beats, and depending on what your word combo is, then you might get flagged for that. And if you get flagged, that's actually a good thing because you won't lose your account. The problem is like the whole shadow ban thing, and Mozeri admitted that they do have it. So that's just another thing that you have to be careful of.
Yeah. And then Lindsay asked, what advice would you give to someone who's debating coming back? So they've lost their account, they're debating coming back. What advice would you give them? That's a really good question, Lindsay.
So before you lose your account, make sure that you have a bumping community and that you're actually connecting with real people. And then come back and just do it. Just come back. And Instagram favors new accounts. They do. They give you more reach. So if you start off with a bang and you keep that momentum going, then it's totally worth it.
Yeah.
So just think about the positives, connecting with new people. Like I also have a new perspective on my content because I had carried people for such a long time, 4 years. I was doing a lot of middle and bottom funnel content, but I wasn't getting a lot of new followers because of it, because I wasn't doing the top of funnel content, because I just figured, oh, well, these people have been with me and they all know my stuff. And why would I teach them about something simple as changing text into rainbow? Like, who cares? Like, who cares about that?
But people don't know that there's new people on Instagram all the time that do not know. And that is, I mean, you remember the first time that you saw that, it was, I know for me, I was like, oh, what? This is cool.
Yeah. And so that's why I started my Things You Didn't Know About Instagram series, because there's so many features on Instagram that people just don't know about. And of course, my social media friends and anybody who's in digital marketing probably knows them. Am I catering to them all the time? No, the silly thing was, sorry, there was a bug. The silly thing is that I was catering to these people in my audience that like know this stuff, but you have to cater to the people that aren't even there yet.
Yeah.
So that was a big lesson.
I think that's a lesson for all of us, because I know I've done it. I've talked to other people who've done it where, you know, we say not to do it and we know better than to do it, but we still do sometimes post for our peers. So when we post and we get a lot of comments that say, great reminder, meaning I know what you do, you know, I know what you're saying, I know this. Thanks for reminding me. I think in our head, we think, oh, I'm doing wrong. And we just go ahead and bump it up. Okay, well, you want to see my skills? Here they are. You know, like we level up.
I felt like I had to impress them.
Yeah, I think everybody does that. And it is about going back to your target audience, who you actually want. And that sounds like what you've done is gone back to that, which is awesome. I love it.
Yeah, back to it. And I was dreading top of funnel content, but then I see like these new people following me because of the top of funnel content. Duh, like it works, guys.
That's funny. Duh, it works.
Like I felt like I was letting my peers down for like showing them simple stuff, but it's not for just my peers. It's for everybody that's not even following it. That's why they follow you. Hello.
Yeah. It's for these simple and fun. I mean, but it is like when you did the rainbow in stories, that was a fun reminder for me. At least it was like, oh yeah, that's something that a lot of people don't know. And I do get questions from students on that. I'm like, oh right, yeah, okay.
Yeah. And it is have to move the needle like these. Like the point is to like to have quick wins and simple tips that like people can go, oh, this is just like another thing that I can add to my like toolkit, and that's totally okay. Like it doesn't have to change the world. Like go back to basics. It's all good.
I love it. I do love that series. I think, was it in that series that you did the how to ask for a collaboration post? Or no, it was not how to ask. It was etiquette. It was something because I put it in my
that was a carousel.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, it wasn't a reel, it was a carousel, but it was one of those things where I put it in my Instagram guides and it was the edit, like something about etiquette. I think it was having to do with collabs.
It was a carousel. It wasn't part of that series, but also a very good post.
That's good.
It's about collaborating with others and how to do it, to have the proper etiquette when you're collabing. So you can look in Ginger's guides. She's got it there, or you can head on over to my account to find it.
That's awesome. Anything else you want to add? Did you have any other pressing stuff? I know we're getting up on an hour, so I didn't know.
My goal was to have this done in a half hour, but clearly I talked too much. So but there's a lot of good tidbits in here, guys.
Yes, lots of good tidbits, lots of good information. I love your tips, especially for running the ad, to checking to see if you have chat support, because like you said, you don't have access to your account. It's gone. So you have to have some other way to get in contact with Instagram in order to make the needle move at all. So
yeah, assume that you're going to lose your account. What can you do today to make sure that you're prepared for it?
Love that tip. Love it. Awesome. Liz, I'm so glad that you joined us back, that you did not give up on us. It would have been a very, very sad, it was a sad couple of months. There was a lot of thoughts about you. So we all missed you and so happy that you are back.
I'm here to make Instagram great again. No, actually fun again. I want it to be more fun. I think we all need to like drop the professionalism and just have way more fun on here, because it makes you memorable. People need to laugh. Like it's a lot of work, guys. Like it's a lot of work to be here. Let's just have fun while we're doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with you. We started this job, or started our business, to do what we want, to be who we want, rather than working for corporate. So let's keep it fun. Let's make fun. Let's have a good time. Make friends and build our community.
Amen.
Love it. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for answering all my questions. And we're so happy you're back. And thank you.
Thanks, Ginger.